everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my 10 top cleaning tips and hacks for you to try out yourselves. I've got a few of these where I knew already and I've known them from previous times, like I've known for a few years, and some of them that I've actually researched for you and found myself as I'm going to tell you. So I really hope that you do enjoy this video. If you do enjoy this video at any point, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that bell button so you're notified when I next upload a video. So without further ado, let's get straight into the cleaning tips. Okay, so tip number one, if you have mold on your ceiling around baths, around sinks, I particularly have some mold on my ceiling around my kitchen sink, and you'll see in a clip here what I actually do, but I'll explain it to you as well. What I do is I grab some cotton wool pads, some bleach. Make sure that you're using gloves when you're using bleach because it is a chemical, it's a harsh chemical and it will irritate your skin. I haven't in this clip, but that's my own choice. So before anyone says anything about me not wearing gloves, that was my own choice. But I would advise that anyone else use gloves when you're doing this. You get the cotton wool pad and you wet it. Then you scrunch out the water, put a little bit of bleach on it, or soak it in bleach, should I say. Soak it in bleach and then wedge it in between, in the bits where the sealant is. This can happen, this can work for grout, this can work for sealant, whatever. 24 hours, leave it for, depending on how bad it is, right? So leave it for 24 hours and it'll either come up brilliant white straight away because it's not that black maybe to start with, but if it's really particularly black like mine will take probably 48 hours. You just leave it there to dry, and if you need to reapply, but it will eventually take all of the mold off. It is a really good top tip of mine. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, you're going to take some tin foil and you're going to rip a bit off and you're going to scrunch it. This is not exactly a ball anymore, but you scrunch it basically into a ball like so. Bit bigger than that, but I've used this one, but I just thought that I would show you quickly. And then get some washing up liquid. Any washing up liquid would do. This is just the Aldi Premium range, and basically you put that on the scrunched tin foil, and on your oven glass you scrub it. So you scrub it like you would normally scrub with a normal scrubber, but it comes off absolutely, all the grease will come up so easy. Like you'll see in the clip now, I'm going to show you that the grease will come off, like it literally slides off with this thing. It's like a proper metal is what I call it, like, you know, like a metal scourer. This is even better. It actually scours it off really easy without having to do too much scrubbing. So it is a really good top tip of mine. And if you don't have any metals in the house and you do have tinfoil and washing up liquid, which most of us do have in our house, then you can tackle your glass on your oven. And also, I think that this would work. I haven't tried it myself, but I believe that this would work for the racks in your oven as well. I think that it will bring it up absolutely fine. All them little stubborn marks will come off like a treat with this hack. So washing up liquid and tinfoil, and that's all that you need for your oven glass door. Tip number three. So I haven't actually got the thing to hand at the moment, but I'll explain to you, and it's very, very self-explanatory anyway. It's for blinds. So if you have Venetian blinds, you know, the slat blinds like that, whether they're plastic or whether they're wooden. Obviously this is probably work better with wooden. Well, in general, I can't stand cleaning Venetian blinds that are plastic. They're really hard to clean. But this tip here, get an old sock, put it in your hand, like put it over your hand, and then get white vinegar spray like this. I got this from Wilkinson's, so I don't know if that's showing, but I got this from, sorry about the lighting, but I got this from this white vinegar spray from Wilkinson's. It was only like £1. You can get it in the Star Drops range, anything like that. Get that, spray it on to the sock, wipe over your Venetian blinds, and they'll come up perfect. They'll come up without being all dusty everywhere, and it just works really, really well. I really highly recommend that tip. Okay, so moving on to tip number four, we have got bicarbonate soda. This is one of my favourite products of all time. It also is not chemicals or anything like that, so it's a really natural, good way to clean. This here, if you cut off the top of the box and then you place it in the back of your fridge, it collects all the odours, and also you're not putting any harsh chemicals into your fridge to make it contaminated, if that makes any sense. So you're not toxifying it. Is that the word I've just made up? I think it is. But anyway, it's not going to be toxic inside where you're going to have food and stuff. This is really good to collect odours. Honestly, I would highly recommend this. I've already got one in my fridge. But yeah, self-explanatory. This is bicarbonate soda. That's what you do. I just dropped it on. I'm going to have to clean that up. Okay, so moving on to tip number 5. This is more of a hack, a cleaning hack that's like if you've got children, small children, like I do. I have a son who's 3, so this hack is a really good hack that I enjoy. Well, I don't enjoy it because I've still got to tidy up, but you know what I mean. And it's basically a dustpan. So dustpan and brush preferably, but I don't know where my brush has gone. So just got the dustpan at the moment. So yeah, you get the dustpan and brush and you put all of the little toys. So if you've got little cars, little bits of Lego, anything like that that's scattered around your house when the kids have been playing and all of that, go around with the dustpan and scoop it all up and then put it in the toy box, and it's as easy as that. It saves you, which I've done many a times, picking up the small little bits and taking about 10 trips to the toy box, which we haven't got time for that. We've got to then clean the house after we've tidied. So I just think this is a really, really, really good little hack to have. Tip number 6 is diluted fabric softener. Now, this is not what it's going to be particularly, because you might think of Mrs. Hinch when you hear of diluted fabric softener, but this is not that tip actually. If you have, which I do, I have mirrors in my house that my partner, I don't use hairspray, but my partner uses a lot of hairspray. So what happens is he sprays around and then all the mirrors seem to get that horrible residue, you know, that hairspray residue. Well, I've got a tip for you to clean it up, because I've tried cleaning it with normal stuff before and it doesn't come up that easy. So this is a good tip. So obviously I've got hardly any left. I use this a lot, but we've got your fabric softener. It can be any fabric softener. It doesn't have to be Lenore. This is just my favourite one. Dilute it. So put cat full to whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just dilute it. Then get the a cloth. Put it in. Wipe over the mirror or anywhere that has the hairspray residue. But mirrors are particularly where it normally happens, and it's particularly hard to get them off. So if you wipe it off, it comes off like that. It is really, really good. I've just cleaned my front room mirror, which had a lot of it on, and it was so easy, honestly. I really highly recommend that hack. Tip number 7, toothpaste and shoes, trainers. So when you've got grubby trainers, get an old toothbrush and some toothpaste and just scrub it. I haven't got it to hand, but I'm just gonna, it's self-explanatory and it really does work. The other way that you could do it with trainers is bicarbonate of soda. So you can get the bicarbonate of soda and just get it so that it's, make it into like a paste. Use the old toothbrush and you can scrub away again and it will make the bottoms of your shoes bright white. And also another hack that goes along with that one, it's not a hack, sorry, another tip, is to put bicarbonate of soda in with your whites in your washing, because they bring them up whiter. So that's another tip for you, a little bonus there. Tip number 8. This is one of my favourite ones because I've already shown it on one of my cleaning videos before. So if you are new here, by the way, I do have cleaning videos. I clean all the time. So if you do enjoy that sort of content, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button. So just thought I'd let you know. This is one of my favourite tools when I'm cleaning of all time. And it is the little scraper. So we need to find a little name for this little guy because he's amazing. He really is amazing. So this little guy here, I will leave a link in the description below for where you can get one from. They are super affordable, so cheap. You will probably get a few of them for different places and all of that. You can also then buy reusable blades, because this here is a blade that just clips out, and then you can get not reusable, sorry, you can buy disposable. So you basically buy the blades just to keep them sharp. So this here is amazing. This here will combat your limescale, right? This little fella here, if you've got limescale around your taps, obviously you can use limescale remover just to get it a bit wet or whatever. But this here, if you get it on the taps and you scrape, it comes off so easy. If you've got really hard limescale underneath your taps, on your taps. Also another way that I use this is on the cooker, on the oven, not the oven, the cooker. So on the hob, when I've got burnt on stains, I've showed this in a cleaning video before, but I'll tell you now, this is one of my tips. When you just literally scrape it very gently, don't have to be like really scraping it. Make sure that your hob is not scratchable though, so you don't tarnish the hob. So maybe try a little wary first before you go right in deep. My one is in particular is absolutely fine, and I can get off all the burnt on stains and stains that look like I've had burnt on stains on there before that looks like it's actually tarnished the hob, but it hasn't. It is actually hard. It's because it doesn't feel rough. I thought it was tarnished, but it's not. It's burnt on food still. So you can bring your hob up brilliant with one of these. Another top tip that I've got, when you you know the drain bit? I don't know how you say this, to be honest. I was going to explain this one. So you know when you've got a sink and then you've got the little drainage hole? Yeah, that's it. It gets mucky, doesn't it? So one of my top tips is getting a cotton wool a cotton wool bud, an earbud. Getting a cotton wool earbud and getting in there, you can get a few at a time if you want to make it quicker, but you can get it right in there, get your cleaning stuff on there, scrape it all around, get a good cotton bud as well. The ones that are really good actually are the baby ones, and the ones that are like bigger, because they will do a little bit more for you. You can obviously use so many different things for this, but because it gets right in there, you can get right around the bit. So that is one of my top tips as well. That was tip number 9. So last but not least, tip number 10 is a lint roller. Now this little buddy here is absolutely amazing. I don't use this just for clothes. I use this, I've got fabric sofas, as you can see from behind me. I use this on my cushions. I use like on my cushions, like my dress cushions. Don't know why I said dress cushions, but my pretty cushions. I use this on my sofa because I do have animals. I have a cat and a dog, and I also have mucky children like who have crumbs everywhere and things like that. This is really good, as well as this is really good for your sofa, but as well as that, if you take away your sofa, so you're underneath your sofa, even if you've got, I don't know, whatever sofa you've got, take away the cushions when you're cleaning underneath it. Once you've got all the big bits out of the sofa, you then can go around with this and it pick up all the crumbs. It's really, really good. Honestly, a lint roller is life. Like, you really need to have one of these. I picked this up from Ikea and I think it's like 90p, and it's got loads on it. So yeah, I use that a lot for that. So yeah, so that was my 10 top cleaning tips and hacks for you. I do hope that you did enjoy this video, and also go in the comments below, give me a comment, let me know what hacks and tricks and tips you've got for cleaning, because I'm always looking for new ways to save me time and on my cleaning, and actually just save my life on cleaning, because I don't like cleaning all the time, obviously, but it's got to be done. Everyone's got to do it. So leave in the comments below your hacks and tips, and also comment between each other, have a conversation, and you can share each other's ideas. I really look forward to talking with you down in the comment box, so please make sure you do comment. And if you did enjoy this video at any point, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell button so you're notified when I next upload a video. So I'm going to go for now. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.